And they will take on Team Lefty, Shannon Pluhowski and Rhino Page. Plus, we'll hear from Tournament of Champion titleist Kelly Kulick, who just missed the show this week when we return to Colorado. History was made January 29th when Kelly Kulick became the first woman to win a PBA title, and it just happened to be a major, and life hasn't been the same since for Kelly.
Every once in a while, I'll be driving my car down the road, and I just go back to that memory of winning the title, and I just have a little smile in the car just to relive it all over again. So I'm still on cloud 9. It hasn't worn off by any means, and being in the bowling centers and being recognized by all the people here, I just get to relive that moment over and over again, and again, it's very exciting.
Kelly Kulick coming in 7th place this week with her partner.
They just got knocked out of the show. The last game position round went from 4th to 7th. Otherwise, we'd have been seeing Kelly Kulick and partner Eugene McCune.
So we're getting set for match number 2. Brian Voss, Deandra Asbaty, your 5 seeds. Moving on, courtesy of the 276, 224 win to take on Rhino Page and Shannon Pluhowski. And Rhino Page back on television at the World Series of Bowling, the Viper Championship. He won that one. Shannon Pluhowski was all over the World Series of Bowling, winning both the Scorpion and the Chameleon Championship. And now the two lefties brought together.
A 2-time PBA Women's Series champion and a 3-time PBA Tour winner from Kettering, Ohio. Please welcome Shannon Pluhowski. And from Dade City, Florida, please welcome Rhino Page.
It's easy to call Page and Pluhowski Team Lefty. You can also call them Team Big 12. Shannon bowled collegiately at the University of Nebraska, Rhino Page, the University of Kansas. And Pluhowski will start us off here in match number 2. She just has one of the prettiest, smoothest swings in the game.
Yeah, it's a very athletic look. It looks effortless, and very nice. Quite honestly, at this level, I think the best players in the world all look like it's an effortless motion. Little team strategy here. Deandra's going to now bowl on the right lane, which makes Brian Voss finish the match on the left.
Leaves the 10-pin.
And you know, this is very interesting because Deandra was perfect. She never missed. She struck every ball in the left lane. Voss looked like he had a little bit of trouble on that right lane a couple of times with a little hang spot. Remember, he went light, leaving the 2-4, then in his fill shot in the 10th frame, left the 2-10. So very interesting strategy early on here, Rob.
First spare of the day for Asbaty, and there's Brian Voss, 51-year-old from Alpharetta, Georgia. Things I learn every week about these guys. He was an electronics technician in the Army and worked on radar equipment. While in the Army, he participated in intramural bowling and won the All-Army Championship multiple times. The guy speaks German. He tells us all the time about where he's been. Yeah, Rob, I was this month I was in this country, this month I was in this hemisphere. Guy's everywhere. Teaching and just loves the game and gets a strike there in the second.
And that looks great. And you're right, all the things you said about Brian, 35 years of experience out here on tour, maybe that factored into their decision. But the bottom line is if Deandra can't strike on the right lane and Brian can strike every ball in the left lane, guess what? Their high score is going to be 200.
Up now, Rhino Page came into the week tied for 5th in the Player of the Year points race with 3 others. At a minimum, he will be alone in 5th at the end of the day. Can move up all the way to 2nd.
You know, the big advantage here for Team Southpaw is no traffic.
Nobody's messing with him. Only lefties on the show today. How much do their styles affect each other on the lane, though?
It really does, and Shannon's going to go a lot straighter than Rhino. Rhino's going to play in between second and third arrow. Shannon's going to play closer to first arrow. Great replay of that heavy roll of Rhino Page.
Blahowski leaves double wood. She's making her PBA Women's Series leading 4th televised appearance of the season. I mentioned earlier she won 2, the Chameleon and the Scorpion, and finished 2nd at the Women's World Championship, an event that Kelly Kulick won, which granted her the right to bowl in the Tournament of Champions, being the first woman to not only compete there, but much less win.
And again, when you watch Shannon's style, to me, there's no compensatory moves, and that's what I like. She gets it in the swing, nice free swing, and just rolls it off her hand.
She's got a great arm swing. I mean, somebody can recognize a talent when you're sitting there and bowling with them for 16 games, and she never fell off a shot. I mean, but as far as an arm swing goes, it's about as pure as it gets. And it was really a pleasure to coach a bowler.
And that means a lot coming from the king of arm swing ever. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
The two of them showing their mutual arm swing love for one another. I like it. So here is Voss, struck in the 2nd on that left lane. And as we begin the 4th.
Check out the height of the swing. You think this guy's pumped up or what?
A little bit. Oh, he's got family in the crowd too. His mom's here.
You see Brian's already left a 4th arrow. Gets that hand to rotate around the side of the ball to get it to tip down the lane. And now he's looking for a little carry and gets it.
He was 42nd after round number 1. And just kind of slowly worked his way up the food chain, got himself in the show, and got teamed up with Asbady. And here they are, in good shape here in match number 2. Rhino Page to close out the 4th. He struck in the 2nd. And he strikes again in the 4th. Bowled collegiately at the University of Kansas, a member of the 04 Intercollegiate Bowling Championship winning team, named the MVP of that tournament, and a first-team All-American in 04-05. Now lives not too far from you and I in Dade City, Florida.
Hey, forgive my ignorance, but what does Rock Chalk Jayhawk mean?
It's like, hold on. Blahowski. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. It's, it's like a little song they sing. It's like the mantra of the sports. If you go to Kansas, you know the Rock Chalk Jayhawk song.
Okay, well, thanks for
Is that it?
really clearing that up for me, Rob.
That doesn't help?
Last 2 shots for Shannon on the left lane, both light. Again, it's all about strategy in an alternate frame doubles competition. And right now, she looks a little suspect on that lane.
A little snug right there.
Asbady to close off the 5th. Spare and strike for her so far, as she was great on the left lane in match number 1. Moved to the right here in match number 2.
Good check. Come on, you too.
Right?
The 5 seeds are playing.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of cohesion with this team. They worked real well together all week, obviously. They were the number 12 qualifying team. Came all the way up and made it to the show, and they've worked real well together. And I think Brian really had a great point about Deandra's backswing and the way that she can post a shot at the foul line. 2 key ingredients for making great shots, and she did it all week.
Last time Voss was an exempt player, the 06-07 season. You saw his history in doubles competition. Gets them all to drop, and he's the fan favorite here today, no doubt about that.
He's fired up. Right now, the strategy for this match looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Team Voss, Team Asbady in control, up 32.
Did you miss your hand bone?
I let it breathe every once in a while.
All right.
They don't have to run it down America.
Just checking, brother.
All right, I appreciate you got my backside. We're back with more after this.